Namaste viewers, this is Dr. Vanishri for Ayurvani podcast. We are here with Dr. Saritha again with the special episode. Uh, Dr. Saritha is the Assistant Professor, Department of Roganidana, SDM College of Ayurveda, Udupi. We welcome once again, Madam, for the podcast. We had discussed about how history taking is important in Ayurveda and what are the different factors that is responsible for history taking. We spoke about desha or the habitat of the person. We spoke about kala or the season, uh, why it is relevant, and also about jati or the occupational hazards. Can you just give detailed explanation of other factors which is important in history taking?
Mm. Yes, madam. So, in Sushruta, Acharya Sushruta has explained the detailed history taking method under the context of Prashna Pariksha. So, last episode we have discussed about Desha, Jati, and Kala. So, today we are going to know about other three factors, that is Satmya, Atanka Samutpati, and Vedana Samuchraya.
Yes. What exactly is Satmya, madam?
Satmya, the concept of Satmya is very vast, ma'am. But to tell in brief, that which is accustomed for us.
Okay.
So either in the form of food or in the form of activities. For example, we have a concept of shadrasas.
Yes.
So either madhura rasa, sweet items, or bitter items, or pungent items, etc. So shadrasa, the person who consumes shadrasas, they will be considered as good or healthy. Whereas ekarasabhyasa, or the only one food taste, that is, for example, only sweet items. If a person is consuming only sweet items
Hmm.
or only spicy items,
Okay.
that is not considered as good, or it
Hmm.
may not impact on health.
Yeah, for example, like if a person likes only sweet taste,
Mm.
so you mean to say they are prone to certain types of diseases. If a person likes only spicy food,
Mm.
or not only one taste that he
Mm.
likes, so he is prone to certain kinds of diseases. Can you just say what kind of diseases they are?
For example, if a person consumes more of sweet items,
Yes.
so we can think that madhura rasa is more.
Yeah.
So it is a causative factor for kapha prakopa. So we can consider as a kapha medaja doshas. For example, it is a staulya or obesity.
Obesity.
So
Yes.
sedentary lifestyles,
Hmm.
even with the
Hmm.
food items, which
Correct.
is kapha prakopa or meda pradoshaja vyadis are staulya,
Hmm.
obesity, prameha. That is, for example, madhumeha, one type of diabetes mellitus. So these are all the diseases occurs when there is a one rasa item is more
Yes. When he's accustomed to one
accustomed to,
kind of
yeah,
ahara rasa or the
ahara rasa
taste.
or the
Yes.
taste
Hmm.
which is more.
Correct.
So even acharyas have told that grita, kshira abhyasa, or the rasas, either vegetarian soups or non-vegetarian soup. If a person who consumes daily,
Hmm.
he will get more lifespan. That
Okay.
is dirghayusha.
Hmm.
And klesha saha, that is he can withstand all types of difficulties mentally or
Okay.
physically.
Okay.
So a person should consume always all types of rasas, that is
Rasas.
shed rasa item should be there.
Okay.
Then it will be leading to health. Otherwise,
Okay.
it may leading to any of the diseases.
Diseases. Okay. So Satmya tells about what kind of food habits and what kind of taste you are preferring to.
Yeah, and the importance of Satmya, it is not only for taste, etc., that which has become accustomed for the person. We can even plan a treatment.
Correct.
For example, if a person has aversion for the gritas or the ghee,
Ghee.
we cannot force him to take gritapana. So, for example, we have for all panchakarmas nihapana in the form of grita. We are giving
Yes.
for few
Yes.
days. So, if he is not accustomed for ghee, we cannot force him to take. Or
Hmm.
if he is not accustomed for kashayas, we
Hmm.
cannot tell him to take kashayas. We need to give a pills or the tablets made of that drugs.
Drugs. So we can
So,
plan the treatment according to his
Satmya
Satmya.
also.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So it is to know about the disease condition, to know about the diagnosis of the disease, and to know about the causative factor of the disease, and also for the plan of the treatment.
Treatment. Okay. So what are the other factors other than Satmya?
Atanka Samutpati. The next
Okay.
factor is Atanka Samutpati. So Atanka is roga, that is a disease.
Disease.
Whereas Samutpati means it is a cause of the disease,
Yes.
hetu or the cause of the disease. So why we should know about Atanka
Yes.
Samutpatti is
Hmm.
uh, in Ayurveda, Nidana Parivarchana is one of the treatment modality. It is a
Yes.
first line of treatment modality, whereas Nidana means it is a cause of the
Cause.
disease. So if a person, for example, a bronchial asthma patient, so exacerbation of bronchial asthma occurs when he eats cold items
Correct.
or drinks cold water, or if he's wet, or during cold season or rainy season. So if he keeps himself hot, that is one of the treatment modality.
Correct.
Or if he leaves his causative factor, that is drinking cold item or fruits or fridge items, etc., that is one of the treatment modality, whereas it is a called as patya for the
Correct.
patient.
Correct.
So we should know about the causative factor of the disease. A person or the baby, when they come to us with a generalized weakness, or if for that kid looks anemic, we
Okay.
should ask what is the causative factor of the disease, whether it is nutritional deficiency or any habit like mud eating habit is
Correct.
most common in children.
Yes.
So if we stop the cause, the 50% of treatment is
done.
yeah.
So that
The
is
other
what is
50%
Nidana
is the
Parivarjana.
treatment. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
is
by knowing the signs and symptoms,
it's
you
not knowing the signs and symptoms, it is knowing the causative factor.
causative factors.
Huh.
Yes. So by knowing the causative factors, we can infer what kind of disease he's getting,
Yeah.
and how we can treat him accordingly.
Yes.
Yes.
So prevention of cause, and to know about the diagnosis of the cause,
Hmm.
we need to know about the causative factor, that
Yes.
is Atanka Samutpati.
Okay, that is the Atanka Samutpati. What is the other factor, ma'am, that we can very important in Prashna Pariksha?
Yeah, all the factors are important, ma'am. The last part, that is of today's episode, I'll be telling about the Vedana Samuchraya. Vedana means it is a pain.
Pain.
So in this context, what we can consider as Vedana is a Lakshana Samuchaya, or the Rupa, or the symptomatology.
Okay.
So Vedana
Signs and symptoms.
Signs and symptoms of the
Yes.
disease. So why it is important? We might be knowing the cause of the disease.
Yes.
But the next step is we need to diagnose the Vyadhi, or to diagnose the disease. So based on the Pratyatma Lakshana, or the cardinal feature of the disease is diagnosed. For example, a Santapa Dehamanasa is Jwara. That is, if a person comes with an increased temperature, that's itself suggestive of fever. So that is a Vedana Samuchraya. So in Ayurveda, we have like Vata Pitta Kapha. So if a person comes with a pricking type of pain, pulling type of pain, we should infer that in that person Vata is more prakopa or aggravated. If the person with a complaints like a burning sensation, either localized or generalized, we should think that in that person Pitta is more prakopa or Pitta is more aggravated. If the person is having Rilasa, Gaurava, Alasya, lazy or heaviness in the body parts, we should think that Kapha is more prakopa or Kapha is more aggravated. So based on their signs and symptoms, we can infer what are the doshas involved, and even what is the exact diagnosis of the disease.
Yes.
So this is all about Vedana Samuchraya.
So, madam, can you just conclude on the three factors that you have told today?
So in today's episode, we have discussed about Satmya. So Satmya, that which is accustomed for the body or the person, either in the form of rasa or activities, by which we can come to know about his food habits, we can diagnose a disease based on that, and we can plan a treatment modality.
Correct.
The next is Atanka Samutpati. Atanka is cause. Samutpati, that is total causative factor of the disease, by which we can plan a treatment, and we have to tell them these are the cause for the disease, and the patient has to stop that causative factors. The third factor what we have discussed is Vedana Samuchraya, or the symptomatology, by which the direct diagnosis of the disease we can make by the Vedanas or the symptoms.
Yes. Okay, madam, what are the other factors that's important for Prashna Pariksha?
So far we have discussed about Desha, Jati and Kala in the last episode. In today's episode, we have discussed about Satmya, Atanka Samutpati and Vedana Samuchraya. In the coming episode, we are discussing about other four factors, that is final factors, that is Bala, Antaragni, Vatamutra Purishanam, Pravritti, Apravritti and Kala Prakasha. So these 10 factors, which is explained by Acharya Sushrita in a Prashna Pariksha context.
Thank you so much, madam. We are looking forward for the further episodes.
Thank you, ma'am.